We are going to Doncaster Stadium car boot, and the queue is all the way down the road, so we'll have to see what it's like when we get in. It is 5:50 in the morning. Should really be in bed. So there is Doncaster Stadium, and there is our hotel. So we decided to literally go back and park up at the hotel. Okay. Superstores. £5 a pair. Trainers are. Sorry.
My cat can go over the top of the stairs and this. He's going to fix it up for us. Well, she might look at me.
I think it is. So this is our really small haul that we picked up from Doncaster Football Stadium car boot. We was going to a toy fair this weekend in Doncaster, so we just decided to get a hotel down there. And the hotel is literally straight over the road from the football ground, so we thought we'd check it out. It was my first attempt trying to film without going around on a walking stick, because you know I have mobility issues, so what I'm trying to do is strengthen my cartilage, strengthen my patella tendon. So I did about an hour walking around before I started to really suffer. What I did find about the car boot at Doncaster quite frustrating is I didn't realise it was split into so many different little car boots. It was like you got the main area, which was the stadium, so there was cars all around that, and they were just mainly dealers, to be honest. Then there was a little car park up the front, and that's where we had our first pickups. And then we discovered there's another car park at the back of it, which was absolutely full of regular car booters, and that's where I went wrong, which I'm going to explain to you because I missed out on some absolute bangers. So first of all, walking around the main part, I picked up this Trackmaster train. These are really good. These are. It's working, as you can see. Paid £1.50, but you can get £10 all day long on these. Sometimes a bit more. And then there was this box that had all these like dinosaurs in. They were just like, a lot of them were just generic. So we thought we'd have a search through it. And we picked up, first of all, a Sleck dinosaur, which is brand new. As you can see, it's got all its tags on it. These only fetch about, anything from £5 to £15. I think this is probably worth about a tenner, so paid £1 on that one. Picked up another couple of little Jurassic Parks for £1 each. These ones are nothing really special, nothing to shout about. Probably be lucky if I can get about £8 for the two of them. So, bit of a fail there. However, the Lego Jurassic World ones, these are pretty decent. So these generally fetch about £10 to £15. So I paid £1 each on these. And then I picked up this one here, which is a bit rarer. So this one fetches about 25. There's none actually listed on eBay at the moment. If you look on Bricklink, they're going for about 25. So, excuse me. Anyway, I also picked up a Bratz doll, as I did get that on camera. I didn't get a lot of stuff on camera because I'm still filming with an Android, no GoPro, so it's really distracting trying to film search. You do miss out on stuff. But I did manage to capture this one. This is a Bratz doll. These are pretty decent. My daughter collects them anyway, so if it's not worth anything, then she can have this. But generally, Bratz dolls can go from anything from £5 up to £200. So it's something for you to do a bit of research on, because it's always worth picking these up. So as I got into the main, I found a shortcut that took us to this other car park. And this other car park was where all the genuine car booters were. And I missed out on two really good deals. And the first store I went to was just being cleaned up. This guy brought a load of old Marvel and DC comics. He was quite happy. I know there was a lot of value there, because he said to me afterwards, you can't believe the deal he got. But in the meantime, I picked up a couple of albums, like from the 80s. I got Mask ×2, as you can see. These are all 50p each. Got Knight Rider. And this one here is really cool if it weren't damaged. It's the Transformers pop-up book. As you can see, it's all in pieces. I don't know if it's redeemable. I just thought it was cool for 50p. So, yeah, I picked this one up. Don't think I can sell it because of the condition. So that was that. And then I saw this lady she was putting all these T-shirts out. So it was the right time. I just arrived there at the right time. They're all rugby T-shirts. And what had happened was there was a store opposite where a lady was getting loads of gaming stuff out, which I'll tell you about in a minute. And there must have been a massive chunk of the car booters that just literally swarmed to this store. There might have been about 30, 40 people around it. Who knows? But that allowed me to pick these up without any interruption, because she was putting them out. Paid £1 each. So this is an island sort of rugby top, worth about 20 quid, maybe 30. Who knows? It's definitely genuine and legit, this one. You can just tell. You can tell by the quality and the stitching and everything. So I paid £1 on that. I paid £1 on all of these. This one's definitely legit too. This is about 20 quid again. So it's a Scotland rugby top. This one is legit, and it's probably the most expensive. It's about 30 quid. It's a Welsh football top, rugby top rather. But the problem I've got with this is, as you can see, I don't know if you can see it, there's a hole in it somewhere, basically. I did find it the other day. There's definitely a hole in it, so that's going to really devalue it. And then, of course, this one here, which I'm not sure if it's genuine, but it's nice because it's like Doncaster Knights, so it's a bit of like merch from the town that we visited. It's by X-Blades, although I think it does have area written on it somewhere. It's just I'm not sure about this because of the quality of the material, if it is genuine. If it is genuine, it's worth about another 20, so potentially 80 quid, earned from £4 paid. This one here, I always pick up FIFA 23 because it's the last of the series. I'm not making any more. It's really beat up, and the game is inside there, 23. You can get like 15 to 20 quid just for the cartridge, just for the cartridge on its own. So at this store here, it was a big miss for me because as I went to the store, it was absolutely surrounded by people. I was picking up loads of these game cases, these Switch cases, and they're all empty. They're literally all empty. So what did I pick up? Animal Crossing, Harvest Moon, Fire Emblem, Simpsons, and about 2 or 3 others. And they're all empty. And this other guy was going through a load too. There weren't any Mario games. There weren't any Pokemon games. But it was all like RPG games, like Fire Emblem, Harvest Moon, and I think Stardew might have been there, Stardew Valley. So there's a lot of value in it. But unfortunately, they were all empty. And a guy had made a deal with the lady at the table. And he brought, because basically she kept all the cartridges in this one bag for all these games. And this guy bought the Switch and all the games for £60. So it was a bit frustrating. I just handed the games back, the empty cases, because I'm not going to like pushing on somebody's deal like that. You've got to be a gentleman. You've got to keep your integrity about you when you're at a car boot. But if I'd have been there a little bit earlier, it could have been a different story. So it is what it is. She also sold an Xbox One and a load of games. So the games weren't that great with that though. So I think she sold that for 50. You couldn't really concentrate with all the chaos going on. In now at Twin Oaks Car Boot, and it's open 9 AM till 4 PM on Sunday. It's currently 1 PM and we're just stopping here because we're driving up the M1. There's probably not going to be a lot left, but it looks like a really full car boot. There's a lot of cars here, so let's see if we can pick something up. Okay, so this car boot is absolutely gigantic. So we're really late, so I don't know what's going to be left. There's a lot of dealers here. How much do you have on your Funko Pops?
Sorry?
How much are your Funkos?
£4.
Oh, pretty cool. How much is that?
The 12 then now. I've got a small one, £2.
How much is this stuff in here?
£1 a little Skylanders. The big ones are £2. If you've got a lot, I should sort you something out. It's just that I ain't got tables, I've got the tables.
Okie dokie.
They're wrestlers anyway.
Yeah, just don't mind taking a few of these out, do you?
Yeah, no, you're right.
I'll put it all back, don't worry. I know how messy some people can be. These car boots, shocking. Yeah. Need a bit more knowledge on these.
50p.
Oh, how much are your dolls? I'll take this one. They feel quite light. I'm not sure if these are the real McCoy, to be honest. Good find.
Where's that?
Oh,
Won't get it anyway.
yeah, it's got a bit of Thundercats, hasn't it? Let's go have a look at Gamies. Sticker albums. Again, a lot of them are quite modern. This one's pretty cool. Shame it's in pieces. But yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, oh what?
These are just a couple of pickups that probably aren't worth showing, but I picked them up from a charity shop in Doncaster, and I also stopped off at Twin Oaks car boot. As you can see from the footage, Twin Oaks is a very big car boot, but there's a lot of dealers there, and we were really disappointed. I think the problem was it's open at 9 AM in the morning and it closes at 4 PM. So we was going down the M1 at about 1 o'clock, and we just decided to stop in there. Pickups were not great. Most of the stores were gone, so I picked up a Barbie doll, Ken doll. I think this is from the boutique range. These fetch about 10 to 15. That was £1. Bit of nostalgia here. Picked up a Remco trailer from the 70s. If you get this complete with the truck, I think it can fetch about 20 quid, so might be wrong. Still, it was 50p, so I picked it up. And I just randomly picked up this shot, which I actually think is quite modern now, 50p. I know that I've had these from the 80s before, and they're like bootleg sharks from Jaws, because Jaws didn't do a lot of merchandise in the 80s. And believe it or not, I think I got 20 quid on one of these before, but this looks a bit more modern, so yeah. And then we stopped in a charity shop that I think it was Sue Ryder. We stopped in, yeah. So I picked up a Lincoln City training top. These were all $2.80, and it looks a little bit dodgy at first, but I've looked into it. The more I look into it, I think it all is legitimate. That's worth about 15 quid. The Forest polo top is only worth about a tenner. I don't know why I picked it up, just because I don't see a lot of Forest stuff. So that was $2.80 as well. And then this Liverpool top, you know, I'm a Liverpool fan, so quite like picking this up anyway. I've not seen this one before. It's like a striped polo. I think it's fairly old in terms of like, not like 90s old. I think it's like early 90s. Not seen any of these listed, so I can't really say. Similar listings go for about, they go for about 10 to 15. So yeah, all in all, it's okay. What I'm bringing next is I'm bringing the toy fair, because at the toy fair in Doncaster, I had some absolute cracking finds. So if you keep an eye out for that video, and all I've got to say is just thanks for tuning in.